Sat Sri Akal and welcome back to our ongoing discussions. Once again, thank you very much for all the prayers and blessings, the personal messages that I'm continuing to receive in appreciation of this sharing that this corona has allowed us this opportunity. Seek forgiveness that some of the videos are a little bit long. They're still going up to 40 minutes. I'm trying my best to deliver each episode within the most restricted timing, but sometimes it's not possible. And if further split it into two, it won't make much sense to anyone. So I really have to complete those messages. Please forgive that. Today we are going to look at, after we have just looked at the previous previous posting of what the world perceives of us, what the world is seeing of us, or put it another way, what we have shown the world until now and what yet remains to be shown. Because we seem to be only showing them certain things, but the rest of the world knows nothing about Sikhi. Not even 0.1% of the population of the world knows about Sikhi. So now the questions that we need to ask. Earlier I had already made this very interesting statement, and I think I got my numbers mixed up because I've done all this research over the years. I don't prepare before I enter into any of these recordings. I'm just talking off the cuff from my memory. So I had mentioned to you that from my calculation, based on 500 years, we have only become a population of 30 million, and that also is subject to a lot of debate. I understand the population of Punjab is hardly 25 million, and our majority is in Punjab. We are only 60% of Punjab. 60% of 25 million or 30 million is hardly even 25 million. So that's our population. The rest of the world, we may be about another 2 million. So that's about where we are. So here we go. Now today I'm going to talk about, and then I had mentioned that 96 crore Khalsa. Okay, we are only growing by 60,000 a year. 60,000 a year. Now you divide 960 million by 60,000. I had told you that it's going to take us 60,000 ridiculous years before we will ever achieve our Guru's dreams. And I don't think that's what our Gurus meant. That was not what Baba implied. He expected us to be more productive than that. He expects more from us. He expects more creativity from us, more contribution from us, not just Baba karega, Baba karega. 960 million Babe ne kya siga, aapne soche kive 960 million kive banange. No. The job was left to us. The job was left to us. If we are going to take 16,000 years to deliver our homework, I leave it to your imagination how productive we are, and how productive and how proud our Guru is of us. Because we can't seem to get our act together. We can't even understand what is Sikhi until today. Therefore, we are unable to market it. We have got the whole picture all messed up. We've misunderstood Sikhi and Khalsa. We're thinking that Sikhi, which was basically a set of doctrines, set of value system, a lifestyle, we converted it into a military order, a military organization, and anyone who doesn't join this military organization is not a Sikh. So our whole perception of Sikhi has become so messed up, it's totally unmarketable in this world today. As I've mentioned before, nobody wants to carry swords and spears and knives anymore. People are looking for peace of mind. People are looking for happiness. People are looking for unity in this world. People are talking about interfaith. People are talking completely different language from what we are talking about. Our whole perception is totally messed up. It's totally messed up. And we will be talking about that in this session as well. I mean, look at when you go to or maybe I shouldn't talk about that now. Let's go back to my topic, which was what was supposed to be. Sorry, let me adjust the camera again. I'm going to read to you from this book, Nishan. It's not a book. It's actually a collection of, around the year 2000, 10 Sala, they started these Nishan magazines. So these were the magazines that were started. And I actually received these two volumes two of them compiled. They were quarterly, that means 4 were compiled into 1 year and another 4 into another year. This was gifted to me by Dato Mema Singh from Sramban, to whom I'm eternally grateful. As a matter of fact, I think he wrote a beautiful letter and stuck it on the inside of the front page in appreciation of the little contribution that I might have made in his opinion, although I personally do not feel that I have been able to contribute in the way and in the manner that I would have liked to. I think there's a lot more that I could have done, and I look forward to doing that. So here we are. I'm going to just take sections from the different magazines that were compiled into this. Now this is from the editor, okay, all right. I'm going to start reading. You can see I'm wearing my glasses, so today is going to be a fair amount of reading. Okay, it remains in the end, it starts here, it remains in the end to ponder the future of Sikhism in the century ahead. In our last video, we talked about what the world thinks of us. This session is going to be what we are. Okay, it remains in the end to ponder the future of Sikhism in the century ahead. In this, that is referring to this century. By the way, this was 1999. 300 साल ते चीज़ां बनाईयां गईयां सीगियां. So looking at 21st century. Okay, it is true. The editor is saying it is true. Apostasy in Sikhism has been of late on a large scale. There means a lot of people becoming so-called patad, so-called patad, So this gentleman's opinion is that it is true, apostasy in Sikhism has been of late on a large scale. What with the Sikh diaspora and with the new forces of global culture. New forces of global culture. I'm glad this editor is appreciating that there are new forces. How many people do you know that today we are in the 21st century? How many, sorry to use the word, but how many Punjabi Sikhs do you know who actually think that they are in the 21st century, or believe that they're in the 21st century where their careers are concerned? They are in the 21st century where the appliances are concerned, where the gadgets are concerned, where technology is concerned, where everything else is concerned, entertainment is concerned. But when they walk into a Gurdwara, they are looking for a 15th century Gurdwara. The mindset when it comes to faith hasn't changed. Their expectations are still as of old. We will look at it slowly. First of all, let's see what this gentleman has to say. Okay, first he says that, okay, ponder the future of Sikhism, apostasy in Sikhism. First of all, I question the word apostasy. I question this word. What is apostasy? Is apostasy growing in Sikhism? I say no. What this person means by apostasy is less and less people are taking Amrit from the Panj Pyare. But is that apostasy? Are they leaving Sikh faith? Have they changed their lifestyle? The Gurdwara is getting more and more full every day. More and more people I know are becoming pious. Maybe it's because of my age. I don't know. People in my age group are all turning pious. So many of them start doing some Simran. They like to go to Gurdwara programs. They like to attend Ragi programs and Pracharaks when they come. They are starting to enjoy their lifestyle. How can you say apostasy? This is narrow-mindedness. This is our failure to understand that Sikh is different from Khalsa. This is our failure. So we see it as apostasy. But Gurdwaras are filling up. Langars everywhere. Seva is going on everywhere. More and more activity that you are seeing around among the Punjabi Sikh community. So this is improper. This is itself a misunderstanding. The editor himself is living in a tunnel. As I said, tunnel vision. The entire Sikh leadership is today living in a tunnel. Their interpretation of things. Just because a man stops wearing a turban doesn't mean he has become an apostate. He hasn't left Sikhi's lifestyle. Because Sikhi is Sikhi. Sikhi is about Kirt Karni, Vand Shakna, Nam Japana. Nam Da Nishnan. That's what our gurus taught around the world. Guru Nanak, that's what he taught. He didn't teach men about Panjikakar. We spoke about that already. So we need to clearly identify the difference between these two things and stop saying that apostasy is in Sikhism. No, it's not true. It's true by this person's understanding because this is the wrong, it's a misconception. Okay, anybody is a Sikh who believes in Ek Akal Purkh, Das Guru and Shri Guru Granth Sahib. That person is a Sikh. I've showed you so many videos, especially Veer Gurpreet Singh Rinku's video, where there are thousands of people sitting there. All the gentlemen are wearing rumal except for the one or two, here and there a turban, and all the ladies are not non-Punjabi community. What are they? वो Sikh नहीं है? वो Sikh नहीं है? फिर उसे क्या कर रहे हैं? What are they doing there then if they are not Sikh? Better they go somewhere else. If we say that these people are not Sikh, they are negura. इन्होंने पंजां प्यारियां तो अमृत नहीं छकिया, फिर ये तो निगोरे होए, फिर उत्थे आउंदे कादे वास्ते? उन्होंने कह दो सीधा सीधा तुहाडा तो गुरु है नहीं गा, चले जाओ इत्थों, तुहानूं इत्थों मिलना कुछ नहीं है, क्योंकि साडी मत कहंदी है भी जिन्हां ने पंजां प्यारे तो अमृत नहीं छकिया उन्होंने मिलना कुछ नहीं है, वो निगोरे है, वो पतित है. So this is the misconception that I wish to address and bring it out into the open, that until the Sikhs start to understand what is Sikhi and what is Khalsa, the Khalsa is an order within is an institution within the Sikh Panth. It doesn't mean that every person who wants to be a Sikh must go and take Amrit from the Panj Pyare and become a warrior and become a samurai and become a ninja in the 21st century. It is relevant. The Khalsa is relevant. That samurai spirit is relevant. That ninja spirit is relevant. But it must be modified to suit into the 21st. Look at Ravi Singh with Khalsa aid. What has he done? He is an Amritari Khalsa. He is a Khalsa, but what did he do? He is not waiting for any war to start, so that he can take his kirpan and go there and start fighting. That is not the Khalsa of today. The Khalsa of today is the humanitarian. Our mission has changed. Our reality of this humanity of this world has changed. The battlefield has changed. Schooling, education, medical aid. These are the things. This is the new battlefield for the Khalsa. The Amritari, जिन्हें पंजां प्यारे तो अमृत छकना है, वो सेवा करन नूं डट के तैयार होवे. ते जिथे लोड़ पवे, his thinking should be, हुण असीं किथे जाके सेवा करिए. Please, not just लंगर छकाउने हैं. Not just langar shakone. There is much more seva to be done. Food is very important. We cannot live if we do not get our 3 meals a day. You know how even our meal is lunch or dinner is delayed by 2 hours, and then there are people who don't eat for 2 days and 3 days. Food is very important, but food to again asi panth da vi sochna hai. Humanity needs much more. Kite shelter di vi lod hai lokan nu. So, ena kamma de vich, that's why we are all admiring Ravi Singh Khalsa aid. ਉਹ ਕਿਤੇ ਜਾ ਕੇ ਕਿਤੇ ਰੋਹਿੰਗੀਆਂ ਦੀ ਮਦਦ ਕਰਦੇ ਆ, ਮਿਆਂਮਾਰ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਜਾ ਕੇ, ਬਰਮਾ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ, ਕਿਤੇ ਹੋਰ ਇੱਥੇ ਉੱਥੇ. ਉਹ ਬੁਸ਼ ਫਾਇਰਸ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਦੇਖ ਲਓ ਆਸਟ੍ਰੇਲੀਆ ਵਿੱਚ, ਸਾਡੇ ਸਿੱਖ ਭੈਣਾਂ ਭਰਾਵਾਂ ਨੇ ਕੀ ਕੁਝ ਕੀਤਾ. ਅੱਜ ਕੀ ਨਾਮ ਕਿੰਨਾ ਨਾਮ ਬਣ ਗਿਆ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦਾ ਆਸਟ੍ਰੇਲੀਆ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ. ਇਹ ਮੈਂ ਕਹਿ ਰਿਹਾ ਖਾਲਸਾ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਹੈ. We have to understand. Stop waiting for battles. Oh, Mughal सारे चले गए. वो लड़ाइयाँ नहीं होना. सोटा डांगियाँ वालियाँ लड़ाइयाँ नहीं, किरपाना तलवारां वालियाँ वो नहीं है होना. We need to adjust. And if I am talking about that as well, I might as well straight away mention. I was hoping to cover it in a next topic somewhere. ਤੁਸੀਂ ਸਾਡੇ ਗੁਰਦੁਆਰਿਆਂ ਵਿੱਚ ਜਾਓ. Okay. When you go and matha take, what do you see in front of you? A whole array and whole arsenal of weapons lying there. Is it the right place? Is this the right place? This is a Sikhanda Gurdwara. So I want to define now very clearly. I'm going to talk about the Sikhanda Gurdwara and the Khalsa part of that same Gurdwara. Okay? ਹੁਣ ਇਹ ਸਿੱਖਾਂ ਦਾ ਗੁਰਦੁਆਰਾ ਹੈ. ਇੱਥੇ ਇੱਕ a place for peace and prayer ਹੋਣਾ ਚਾਹੀਦਾ ਸੀਗਾ. Do those weapons look right to you? They may. You may be a Amritari, or you may be a Khalsa, or a person who has been conditioned into this belief that the Gurdwara must have all these weapons lying there. Spears and swords and double-edged swords. You have to imagine a person from the street walks in. Okay, you are living in a Gora country, a Japanese country, whatever country where they value peace. And then suddenly they walk in there, you bring them in, they say, come, we show you our Gurdwara, this is our place of worship. And then you bring them there, and the man stands there and he looks at all these ancient weapons lying there. How about if those weapons were replaced with something else? Something conducive to prayer. Something that suggests peace of mind. We won't go into the examples, that's not my job. I can come up with 1,000, but that's not my job. My job is to awaken people who are listening and who are not listening, hopefully. I remember one of our very famous Kirtani writing in his blog when he went to a Gurdwara, was it in Canada or in America? They had gone even further than that, because in America you can buy guns off the counter. There were 2 M16s, he said, when he went on the Darshani Ramale, where he matha take, there were all these weapons there, hundreds of them, and then there was these 2 M16s pointing directly at the person who was going to matha take. He said, I cannot express what I was feeling at that moment. Mainu pata na lage main matha teka ke main to bhaj jawan. 2 M16s. The more we can hype this weapon king up, we feel our Gurdwara is greater. We really need to deal with that. Our Gurdwara should be place for peace. Anybody that comes there must feel that peace, must view that peace. Please change our lenses. Please change our lenses. Put on the lenses of the people ਜਿਨ੍ਹਾਂ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਦੁਨੀਆ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਸਾਡੇ ਗੁਰੂਆਂ ਨੇ ਜਿਹੜੀ ਆਸ਼ਾ ਰੱਖੀ ਸੀਗੀ ਵੀ ਇਹ ਸਿੱਖੀ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਤੱਕ ਪਹੁੰਚੇ, ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਵੀ ਅਸੀਂ ਮੁੱਖ ਰੱਖਣਾ ਹੈਗਾ. And for the Khalsa, because we have our tradition, अपना tradition ਤਾਂ है, अपना Khalsa lifestyle है. That sword is an eternal thing. Don't think that it was used in the past, so it has no more value. Every king in the world on ceremonial days wears a sword. The sword is a symbol of authority and power and miri. That sword is very important to us as well. But where do we display our swords and our spears? And maybe we have a little special room for the Khalsa in our Gurdwaras, wherever possible. We have a special room where we exhibit our weapons, we tell their history, we have images and pictures of our shaheeds to inspire next generation to keep up the tradition of chivalry and sacrifice. We need it, yes, but not in the main darbar. There must be other options. What I'm saying, you don't have to take that, as finality. You can come up with your own options, but really, those weapons, I am so troubled when I go to a Gurdwara and I have to sit in front of these hundreds of weapons, and there is not the place for it. ਇੱਥੇ ਆਨੰਦ ਭਇਆ ਮੇਰੀ ਮਾਏ ਸਤਿਗੁਰੂ ਮੈਂ ਪਾਇਆ ਵਾਲੀ ਬਾਣੀ ਏਕ ਓਂਕਾਰ ਸਤਨਾਮ ਕਰਤਾ ਪੁਰਖ ਵਾਲੀ ਬਾਣੀ ਪੜਨ ਵਾਲੀ ਜਗ੍ਹਾ ਹੈ. And our weapons should have a special place inside the Gurdwara, even in public place, it doesn't matter. Even in public corridors, we can put them everywhere where our children will be able to view, our adults, we will continue to be inspired by that aspect of us. So these are just simple thoughts that I wanted to mention. Coming back to this little bit, don't have much time left. I can already see so this gentleman goes on to say future of Sikhi in the century ahead, apostasy, okay, and then he talks about the new forces of global culture, but tends to ignore, because he says that people are becoming patat, okay. No, it's just lifestyle change. Things are changing. We are the ones who are not changing. The dinosaurs are us. We refuse to change.